Hello, my fellow artists. Today I am really excited to show you this video. This is my last art haul for 2023. I am officially on a no-buy for 2024. And when you see this video, after seeing it, you will understand why I did not need any more art supplies. Now, disclaimer, everything in this video I have bought myself or has been gifted. I am not an affiliate of anybody, and I am definitely not an Amazon affiliate yet. I don't know if I will opt to be or not. However, right now, all this has came from my own pocket money, and I am officially out. So I need to start saving again. And so, with further ado, the other disclaimer is, I hope I don't influence you guys too much to go break in the bank, because I do have a lot of goodies. So without further ado, I'm sure you guys are really excited to see, because I can tell you right now, there is a lot. So sit down, grab a cup of your favorite whatever. You're going to be here a while. So let's begin. And hopefully I have enough memory, because it is a lot. So I'm going to move relatively quickly through the supplies. So if there's something you want to see further, let me know down in the comments, or this will be a premiere. So just when the video is playing, just shoot me down in the live. So anyway, we will continue. So the first is the 3 books I have purchased: the Flower Color Guide, Flower Color Theory, and Wildflower Watercolor. Boy, that's a tongue twister. We'll begin with this flower. All 3 of these I figure were great reference books and for sketchbook ideas, so I can practice flowers for plein air. Not to mention, I think loose florals are just gorgeous. And I really want to practice things that make me happy, and flowers make me happy. So, this is going to be a year of happiness for me. That is my New Year's resolution, is for me to be as happy as I can be. So, with that being said, this book is absolutely gorgeous. I don't think I need to explain why. Now, one of these books I will be giving away in a giveaway once I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm pretty close, so hopefully soon we can do that giveaway. There will be probably a few other things with it, but I'm not sure what, but definitely one of these books. So, continuing on, I got the Flower Color Guide, and I'm sure you guys have seen this book with other YouTubers, but I thought this was wonderful. So expect some flowers in the future. I think they'll be a lovely addition to my whimsical art, plein air, and my urban sketching. And then I'm really excited about this Wildflower Watercolor. It's by this Sashma Hedge. I follow a little bit of her on Instagram. I'm not real big on social media, you guys, besides YouTube. I just honestly do not have the time. But this book I thought was a wonderful reference for wildflowers. So I thought we can practice some of these, which might be fun. So I'm looking forward to doing that in some sketchbooks. Now, that leads me to the next thing. I'm going to do the most exciting stuff last. So, brushes. Who got some brushes? I do. So, I got this number 12 Princeton Velvet Touch Blooms brush to try for some florals. And I thought it might be some fun for some landscapes and some other things. Now, also, some of these products I have used and I have put in, but not all of it. Most of it I have not even remotely used, but a few things, oh, I forgot that brush. But a few things I have. So with that being said, you might, a couple things you might have seen in videos, but the majority of it has not been used yet. And that's why I need to get this done. I need to organize my studio and I need to put this stuff away. So I am swimming in art supplies right now. I got this size 12 round Heritage Princeton. As you can see, I used it. And this stuff, everybody, just so you know, it has been collected over a period of time. This was not by any means bought at once. There was no way I could afford all this at once. So I got a size 8 long round Princeton Velvet Touch. I got a size 0000 Winsor Cotman round. And this is for some, I figured for some slight details, for some whimsical art, and also for florals. Now, I got a number 10 Petals brush by Princeton Velvet Touch. I got a 1/2 inch wash, and it's the flat. And I've used it a couple times, as you can see, just testing it out and all that. I got a size 14 long round of the Princeton Velvet Touch. I got a 1/2 inch stroke Velvet Touch. I got a 4th stroke Princeton Heritage Velvet Touch. And then I got a size 6 round in the Princeton Cotman. Now, I can finally take the cap off. This is what I wanted to show you. My Princeton, I bought this the same time, just so you know, as this. But you guys seen this enough in videos, so I didn't really think, but this was actually part of the haul. Anyway, I love the point. If you look, it is super, super sharp. So, I thought that was really nice. And then, I wanted to take the cap off of this. In the future, I will be, having, Tuesday tips, and I will be giving some watercolor tips on Tuesday. I'm not sure if it's going to be in a longer format or if it's going to be in a shorts video, but you can stay tuned to that. But this Princeton Velvet Touch, I thought, even for, not just for florals, but I thought for the whimsical art, and you can more than likely use it for, oh my gosh, I'm losing my train of thought. I'm so tired and I gotta get up early in the morning. But for whimsicals, and I also figured for landscapes, that's what it was. For like trees and branches and grasses, I thought this would be really good for all of that. So, I can move on. Now, I'm not going to be doing any of this probably on my YouTube channel, but if you guys would like to see me do something, I will be more than welcome to oblige. Oh, and before I forget, the art haul too was also these Blackwing pencils. I just wanted to mention that. I talked about them in the previous video, so. But I got these palette knives, which I have used. Like I said, I've done one painting, so just so you know. And then I got a lot of this artisan water mixable oil. I got this Gamblin', and I'm not going to take the time because my channel is not really based on oil, but sometimes, like, if you look for sales, here's a tip. Like, you're like your Hobby Lobby, Menards, you can sometimes find stuff on clearance. And I was able to find this water mixable oil that was roughly $7.49 on clearance for $1.99. But as you can see, I got like all the colors: Prussian blue, ultramarine, phthalo blue, red shade, etc. If anybody wants to see a video on the colors I have, I will more than welcome to show, but I will give you a quick view of what I had gotten. And just remember, this paint here, I gotta make sure I'm on view. There we go. But this paint here, I had bought on most of it on clearance. See, that's a double. But as you can see, I got these for relatively cheap. But I just, like I said, I don't want to take the time because I have only so much memory on my cell phone. I know, this is ridiculous, guys. This is what you call a paint addiction. I quit smoking cigarettes and man, I just had a heyday. But now it's time to start saving back up. Because normally, like I said, I'll save and then I'll buy and then I'll save and then buy. But I am officially, I am tapped out. So, okay. Oh, and then this container was actually given to me. But I believe they have them at Dollar Tree. Dollar General. Okay. So, that was part of the haul. Now we're getting down to the funner stuff. Yeah, sketchbooks. Sketchbook here, sketchbook there, sketchbook everywhere. Yeah, like I said, you guys, I am swimming in art supplies. So, I want to begin by my two. These are both the Stillman and Burns. I got this tan tone, Sarah Burns Studio. She recommended this for some plein air and stuff, and I love like the feel of this. And this is the beta series, I believe. I took the cover off and I wish I had not. And then I got this little one. So I figured this was a nice size to try because I really don't have a lot of portraits, and I love the tan color paper. I figured this might be great for some gouache or color pencils. I don't know necessarily if I'll do a watercolor in here unless I do lino wash. I'm not sure yet, but I definitely wanted to try these because Sarah was always talking about them. I'm just going to briefly touch on this. You guys seen this in my last video, but I got the Roman Smalz Jane Blundell watercolor. Once again, losing my train of thought. Sorry guys, not trying to have losing train of thought there, but it's the Jane Blundell watercolor set, and she does like the mixing, and I love the mixing sets because they're so versatile. So I just wanted to briefly touch on that. And then I got this Hanamule, I believe if I'm saying it right, tone beige paper. I have a regular one. It's the same size. I haven't tried it yet, but it was not in the haul, so it wouldn't be fair really showing it. But I got this tone watercolor book because once again, I wanted to try some of that tone paper. And I really kind of like the smaller size. It just is for some quick sketches. That works great. I got this Academy watercolor paper, which I have used before, and I absolutely highly recommend it. I don't know how many of you shop off to Temu. I wanted to try it once, and one of the things I found on it was this paper, and I was able to get it for $2 a pad, which I thought was a steal of a deal. And then we talked about in my last video, not last video, but the video before, I'll leave the link down in the description, but for this Artisto watercolor pad. I absolutely love it so far. It comes in a 3-pack and it's like 20 bucks, something like that, on Amazon. I just thought it was a really good deal. Like I said, let me know, anybody, in the comments if you're wanting to see any of my florals. I've been really practicing, so that's been a lot of fun. And Deb Walker recommended this paper, so I thought I would try it, especially for florals. And then I got this a Strathmore watercolor travel pad. I just thought I would give it a try. I really haven't messed around a lot with the paper, and I know Sarah Burns recommended her. It was one other style, but it's the same type of paper, so I thought that was an interesting shape. And then I got this Hanamule 100% cotton sketchbook. And eventually I will be doing a sketchbook review, because I would like to give you my best, the recommendations. I use sketchbooks so much. I think they are a lovely way, and this is some lovely paper. And once again, I got portrait style because I had so many landscape sketchbooks. I am really trying to go outside the box. I got this Archer's watercolor sketchbook. I wanted to give it a try, and it's in a longer rectangle form. I got this Boa Hong cold pressed sketchbook. Like I said, you guys, it's out of control. Now you're beginning to see why I really do not need any more supplies. And I love this paper. I have a smaller one. I only have a few more pages to go, and it will be included in a sketchbook tour. And then the last one I wanted to show you, and I have to admit, I've done one painting in it, because I had originally a pentatonic, I think I'm saying it right, pentatonic, I think it's pentatonic, and sketchbook. And they have really gone up in price. They're 100% cotton. And I believe I seen that James Gurney recommended that one. So I went ahead and got it, and I really loved it. Like, I know a lot of people use the moleskin, and I could not stand the moleskin. I could not get used to the paper for watercolor. So for me, I wanted to try it. And this is just a watercolor painting I had done, just messing around, and I taped the border. The only thing I found with the sketchbook, you guys, I know this isn't a review, but the tape did stick right here. So that if you guys try this in the field book, be mindful of that. And this is a 7x10, and it is 100% cotton paper. Okay, so that is the end of my sketchbooks. And as you can see, we're not done yet. Now, part of this haul was also a bunch of, and when I say a bunch of, including this sketchbook. And I do got, oh goodness, I have more etcher paper, and the problem with that is I don't want to take the time to dig it out, but the other paper I have is the 50%. I probably should, so I'm going to pause the video. Okay. So the deal with these was I went to my local Art Depot, and they had these on sale. They were $21 and then an additional 50% off. So I paid like $10 for these and then $5 for each of these. So I got 3. I do not need any more sketchbooks. This is so ridiculous. And I got this portrait style. And then I got this Etcher watercolor block. And this Etcher watercolor block. And these are only 50% cotton, where these are all 100% cotton. So, and I have not obviously tried these yet. They're 20 sheets each. So, now I am running out of room, you guys. This is just so ridiculous. I'll tell you what, this is why I said I am completely on a no buy. I can shop from my own stash, legitimately. Okay, now I only got 2 small palettes, and I got these off of Temu. I figured this one for plein air for some gouache. I figured this would be perfect for, I love this little insert, by the way. I think on Amazon you can actually just get these little inserts, and if you have like a small Altoid tin, you can just buy the insert off Amazon. But this wasn't very much, and like I said, I wanted to give it a try, so I got this, and I figured this one would be good for gouache because it has the silver. Sorry, I'm not trying to reflect from my, you'll have to bear with me because of the ring light. So I'm going to just cover this so it's not going to blind you. But I figured these will be great, and with the silver, that will do good and not like throw off colors with mixes. So I'm going to put that over back up here. And then everybody's talking about these little palettes. Now, when I go off my no buy, I do plan on actually buying a Go Draw palette. But I'm in the States, so I don't know, with it coming from Russia and everything with the war, if I'll actually be able to purchase it. So with that being said, or technically, I don't know if you call it a war, conflict, war, bad times, yeah. Anyway, we have this, and it's not bad. The magnets stick like well, but these are 2 different colors. And I have some small Legion tablets I thought I would just clip it to. And these tablets are tiny, or I can make my own little sketchbook or whatever, clip it. And there you go. I'm not sure how well I like it because I really like my art toolkit. Okay. So now to one of my, and if you guys need some good clips, hit these up from the Dollar Tree. They're $1.25, and they work really well. They don't mark up your papers, and they have a pretty good stretch. So I'm going to get a drink real quick, guys, and then we will get to the meat and the best part of the video. Okay. Oh, you guys, and the other thing in the haul was obviously this bleed-proof white that I've been using, just so you know. So I love Rosa Gallery. Rosa Gallery is such a really good, amazing artist grade paint. And I had a set, and the set I found was missing some colors, so I added to it. And I got this Magnetic Rose color. And if you guys want to see swatches, that will have to be in another video, because there is no way this is going to be a mile long as it is. So it's going to give me hard times with uploading. And then I got this black green, which is absolutely gorgeous. And then I have some other Rosa colories that are in tubes, and I did fill them, put them in pans, and let them dry. So eventually I will do like a swatch for it, because the one color is called Black Grape, and it looks, oh my gosh, absolutely amazing. So I'm going to begin with, I got some Mary Blue. And like I said, you guys, when I show you this amount of paint, by no means do you ever need any amount of this paint in even remotely a lifetime. So I'm sure I'm going to have to find somebody to leave my paint to if something happens to me. But I got Ultramarine Deep. I got Payne's Gray. Okay, I got to make sure this is, okay, all in focus. I got Turquoise. I got Green Gold. I got Quinn Red. And I did get the introduction set, so remember that was actually in a pack, and I took it out just to keep everything all organized and together because I am very OCD. And I got cadmium yellow deep. I got primary yellow, dragon blood, and I really can't wait to see what the dragon blood looks like because I have not really swatched these out or anything. So, and quinacridone lake, and if I'm saying that right. So I am looking forward to using those. I know those are really big on Jenna Rainey's channel, so I wanted to give those a try. And then, okay, so paint everywhere. I am really drowning in supplies, guys. Now, this one here, like I said, I just put all this stuff together, and I have an Endothrone that, okay, that one, and one other one, this one. Okay, so all of these are new. So I got Gamboge, also yellow, or areolin. I got turquoise, quinacridone rose, raw umber, and believe it or not, this is new. It's just staying from being in the bucket with all my other watercolors. I had to dig this stuff out because I put stuff away and then had to dig it out for the haul video. Dioxide purple, Phthalo blue, I believe that's how, or phthalocyanine blue is to be more correct. Naphthol red, and if I say any of these wrong, I do apologize. Permanent alizarin crimson. Hopefully still everything's in view. It's hard when you guys got these art videos on these hauls because there's so much. Pyro red, Payne's gray, cerulean blue, and this is the one I was saying I really need a palette for yet. So that's one of the exceptions for my no-buy. Pyro scarlet, transparent red iron oxide, Terra Rosa, Azo green, neutral tint, sepia, ultramarine blue, and Viridian. So we're just gonna move those up here out of the way, because you would think a person would be done yet, but yes, I'm not. Next, you guys, this is just so out of control. Like I said, no one in the world needs this many. No one. I got Danielle Smith. So one of these days, I will show you my whole complete collection of Danielle Smith, and believe me, it will be a long video. So, like I said, Phthalo turquoise, organic vermilion, bronzite genuine, lunar earth, shadow violet. I know some of these bottles look absolutely wrecked, but if you would see, I keep them in a box. Minnesota Pipestone Genuine, Gray Titanium, Indian Yellow, Olive Green, Amazonite Genuine, Lemon Yellow, Quinacridone Coral, Magnesium Blue Hue, Cobalt Turquoise, sorry, Under the Sea Green, and see, here's another one that it's just from being in the box with other watercolor. It's awful, but and it gets on my hands when I go through things, so yeah, it's whatever. I am not going to say that, but it's that Combozole Violet, if that's how you say it. I got a raw sienna light. I got a brown iron oxide. And this one is a little yucky because I had it on my hand and I was putting it into a palette. But Venetian red, nickel azo yellow. I heard a lot of people talk about that. I'm anxious to try it. Quinacridone lilac. Sarah Burn Studio recommended that one and I wanted to see. I was quite curious. I got phthalo green yellow shade, and I wanted this because of the Quiller palette. It's in my Quiller book. He mentions like this is one of the shades for doing the color wheel thing, and I will be working with you guys on that. But Quinacridone burnt orange, indigo, Blowstone genuine. And the other disclaimer, I have a lot of Danielle Smith because that's what's actual local to me. I can just go to the store and pick it up. It's nice that I don't have to worry about shipping or shipping costs. And that's another money saving tips. If you can like buy locally to your area, that will also save you money because you won't be spending that for shipping. So now with hopefully grabbing the last few of my watercolors because then I can move on to the to gouache, and that's another element within itself. So hang on, and if I miss any, guys, I am sorry. We may have to backtrack. So I try to keep all this up separate, but I'm dealing with a limited amount of space. And I have full set syndrome. I started as an adult colorist, and that's the syndrome a lot of adult colorists has, is unfortunately we have complete set syndrome. So with that being said, moving on. Lunar Red Rock of Danielle Smith. Okay, and I think that is finally the end of all the new Danielle Smith colors. So now we're gonna go with with Rosa Gallery. I got this lavender. I thought that was absolutely gorgeous. And you guys, I'm not going over no pigment numbers. Like I said, I really have to watch the length of this video. So if there's anything you guys want to see out of any of the colors, you need to really drop it down in the comments. If not, wait for probably an individual video or let me know because I have so much. It is just going to be really hard, if not and out of control to try to do. Quinacridone violet, and this way you guys don't have to like wait forever. And once again, these tubes were already put into a palette. So royal brown. And then that is the end of that. And I really thought I had black grape. And I know I do somewhere. So I'll probably end up finding it. But I have a black grape. And it's in the palette. I can actually grab the palette since I can't find the tube right now. But, goodness. Okay, you guys, next time if I get a new speaker, it is going to be hopefully wireless because the one I'm using right now is not. So, I believe right here is the black grape. Let me see because I am actually curious about that. And then I need a piece of paper. You would think being a watercolorist, I would have one right by, but I didn't. So we're just going to go to my doodle page. Don't mind that because this is, I don't want to show you the rest, but this is the black violet. I really wish I could find the, oh, here's the tube. right here. This is not black grape, violet, but black grape. I was so excited about this color. I wanted to see, I'm going to do a comparison to see if it looks like Moon Glow. But look how pretty that is. And then if you water it down, it goes, that's really pretty. I love that. So, okay. So let's go back to what we were doing. But I wanted to add to this palette. Okay. So, sorry guys. So now going on to Da Vinci. I got these 3 colors in Da Vinci. I got Burnt Sienna, and this was a good deal. It was like $10 for this huge tube. I got Quinacridone Gold, because you can never have enough Quinacridone Gold. And then I got Perylene Maroon. Okay. So then I got 2 Van Gogh colors. I got, and these are my only 2 Van Gogh. And Dusk Violet, and I like played with it a little bit. It almost, I kind of want to do a comparison between this Dusk Violet, the Black Grape, and like maybe like Moon Glow. If anybody wants to see that comparison, shoot me a comment, shoot me a text down in the comment, please. And then I got this Naples Yellow Red, and I thought this might be good for some skin tones for like some portraits or something. And then the only Sminka Whoredom watercolor I have, and it's looking pretty trash, and I have never even used it yet, is Potter's Pink. Because I guess they're supposed to have a pretty good one. So I'm not sure. My only Winsor & Newton that is new to me is Cerulean Blue Red shade, and I needed that for my commission. So I had gotten that. So now for Sennelier, I got Rose Carmine, or, you know, this Rogue Carmine. It's a Series 3. I got Forest Green, and I'm really anxious to see that one. And I got a big tube of that because I do a lot of landscapes, and I really think that I will be liking this. And this is PBK 7, so yay. I think that's going to be almost like a pearly green, almost. And then I got this Permanent Alizarin Crimson Deep, and I thought that was a really pretty color. And I already put this in my palette. And same thing with the Forest Green and this color, because the Sennelier takes a minute to dry down. And then this Sennelier Red. Because I have another palette from Christine Art that I got off her, and she uses this color red. So we are getting down to the bottom. So out of this, I'm going to go ahead and start with my 2 only Holbein acrylic gouache. I have this Luminous Green and Mint Green, and I just kind of wanted to play around with these 2 colors. I thought they were kind of cool. And then moving on to gouache. Now, a lot of this gouache, once again, my local Art Depot was having a closeout sale. So I bought a lot of this for half off. So, or otherwise, I would never have been able to get all this stuff, you guys. I honestly got a lot of it for half off. And I would have said about it online, but it does no good unless you're local to my specific area. So, for the store. However, I got Naples Yellow Deep and Gouache of Winsor & Newton. I got Raw Sienna of M. Graham. I got Leaf Green of Holbein. I got, and this is like it says, some of these I have messed around with just trying, but the majority of them I have not. Perylene Black. I got a big thing of permanent white, just because you can never have too much white. And I'm on a no-buy, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough white. I got Raw Umber, Perline Maroon, I got Quinacridone Magenta, I got M-Gram Phthalocyanine Green. I thought that was like a good basic green that I could add some blue to make it cooler, or add some yellow to make it warmer. Cobalt Blue, which is Spectrum, and this is M-Gram. The other one was M-Gram as well. Here's a Cerulean Blue M-Gram. I got a cadmium-free lemon, and that's Winsor & Newton. I got a Cobalt Blue, and that is Winsor & Newton. I got Sap Green, and that is Winsor & Newton. I got Permanent Yellow Deep. I think that might be a double. Cadmium Free Orange, and the last two was Winsor & Newton. Azo Yellow, which is M-Gram. I got a Raw Sienna, which is Winsor & Newton. I got an Imidazolone Yellow. Oh, and that's a watercolor. Sorry, you guys, that was totally mixed in. Like I said, it's a little out of control. And I guess this is supposed to be a really good middle of the ground yellow, and that's why I really wanted to try this yellow. And the pigment number for this one, if anybody's interested, if I can find it, is PY154. And I may have slaughtered that color name, but that's okay. Primary Blue in Winsor & Newton. And then Winsor Violet, which is that dioxide purple. And then the last thing of my haul, finally, to show you guys, and I have not even opened it yet, and I thought this might be good to show you for mixing colors and stuff, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use it for gouache or watercolor or both. But once again, I got this on clearance from the Art Depot. Like I said, you guys, really go to your local art stores. Seriously, you would be surprised of how much you could get on sale, especially if you're saving money. And this is the palette. I can finally take it out of the box. I was waiting to show you guys. And this is not super heavy. The bonus to having a ceramic palette is that it cleans up really easy, and they're just really nice to mix on. Sorry, trying to get the phone. And I would suggest keeping the boxes, because if you ever move, you'll have a way to, or if you ever want to put it up, you have, or give it, you know, away, re-gift it, you have a way to keep it stored without breaking. But I actually paid $8 for this. And it was regularly more than that. But I thought this would be a lovely way to mix colors, because we could put our primaries here, break it down, and then break it down again for some color mixing. So, I have a quiller's wheel, but it just takes up so much room. I thought this might be another way that we can have some color theory and color mixing lessons with this palette. And this way I can fit it and the paper or sketchbook on screen. So that is the complete haul. Like I said, you guys, I am not saying you have to get all this. As a matter of fact, the majority of this is not going to be seen by you guys, more than likely, unless it's an occasional. I want to try to get a little bit more consistent with using the same paint. So if there's any newbies, and once I get talking about color theory and color mixing, I am going to use the same paint for that, so you guys will have a clue. Now, if you want to know a specific brand, I will be glad to help you in that. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. God bless those who are new and have been watching me. Thank you so much. And if you have been here to the end of this video, you are truly a superstar. So everybody, God bless, love one another, and be kind. And I look forward to making the next video. And the next video, by the way, is going to be possibly, I'm not 100% sure, something whimsical, and probably starting our color mixing, color theory adventure in our sketchbooks. So we're going to have some sketchbook fun. So bye, everybody.